So there are basically three rules which you should know, and then I'm going to give you some bonus. So we are going to look at the three rules, then after we do that, I'm going to give you two bonuses. It's good to give each other bonuses, isn't it? Alright, so the first one is known as the product rule. So we are saying the product rule because you are going to be multiplying some things, isn't it? And in this case, we have a log, let's say log base A of x times y. So we have a log base A of x times y. This one is equal to what? So what this rule says is that this log will be equal to x log A of y. So let me just explain that a bit. What this rule is saying, the log base A of x times y is the same as adding the separate logs. If you can see that we are actually adding the two logs. So what we've done, we've separated the x and the y, but we've added them together. So if we have got a log of base A where there is a product, no wonder it is called the product rule. Where there is a product, meaning we are multiplying there x and y, as long as the base is the same, the base is the same, it's still log base A, isn't it? Yeah, you can actually add the separate bases. So you can say the product rule, or you can even say the addition rule if you want to. Whatever is simple for you, you can use it to remember. Now, let us look at the second rule. So the second rule is what is known as the division rule. So with the division rule, instead of multiplying here, we are going to have a division. So let's say log base A of x over y. Okay, so we are saying log of base A, because this is the base of x and y. This one is equal to log of A x minus log of A y. So the difference between the product and the division rule is that instead of having a plus there, here we have a minus. So this one can also be called the subtraction rule. Okay, so I'll write here subtraction rule, because you are actually subtracting, and what you have seen is here we are dividing, we are saying x over y, but here we are subtracting, and then we've separated the two logs. You've seen it. The x, we've put it alone, log base A of x is alone, minus log base A of y is also alone. So that is the subtraction rule. So I'd like you to master these rules very much, because they are going to help us a lot. The last one is the power rule. So power means that we are going to be using some exponentials, isn't it? So let's say we have this log of base A of x to the power n. So now we have a power. No wonder this one is called the power rule, because we have a power, isn't it? So what this law says is very, very simple. What it says that this is equal to 2, you just take this power, bring it in front of the log. So you are going to say n log a to the log base a of x. Okay? So you've seen that it's just the power which has moved, isn't it? Yes, so that is what will make this one to be very, very simple. So I'd like you to master these 3 rules. The first rule is the product rule. And we know that for the product rule, we are going to separate the 2 logs here. Each one is going to be by itself, except we are going to put a plus. So we are going to add the 2 logs. So it can also be called the addition rule. For the division rule, we know that we are going to subtract, isn't it? We are going to subtract. So it can also be called the subtraction rule. Then the final rule is the power rule, meaning that a log that you are dealing with and it is an exponent, it's just the same as taking that power, you bring it at the beginning of the log, the way I've brought down the n here. Now if you see this has not changed, you've seen this is just the same. It's just the n which has come that side. Now there are 2 bonuses I would like to give you. These 2 bonuses will be very helpful when we are solving equations or when we are manipulating logarithm questions. So the first one is log of a. So now here is the thing. You've got a log where the base and the answer, they are the same. Okay? So if you see similar things here, the base and the answer, just know that this log is equal to 1. Okay? In short, what we are saying is, let's say you have got log 2 is equal to what? You are asking yourself, what number can I raise 2 so that I get a 2? You see that it's 2 to the power 1. It's power 1, isn't it? So you definitely get a 1. Let's say you've got log 5 of 5. You're asking yourself a question, to what power can I raise 5 so that I get a 5? It will still be 1, isn't it? So whenever you see logs which are the same, just know that the final answer will be 1. Then the last bonus is log of a is equal to 0. Sorry, not t. So the final one is log of a is equal to 1. Okay, let's say we want to find a log of a. So now here the rule is that the answer will be 0 if you are looking for 1. So let's take some examples. So if you want to say log of 5 to 1, log 5, 1, what's the answer? Log of base 5 of 1, what would be the answer? You're asking yourself the question, to what power should I raise 5 so that I get a 1? And we know according to indices that any number raised to the power 0 is 1. So you're going to say 5 to the power 0. So this will give you 1, isn't it? So that is why we are saying here it will always be 0. Now look at this, log x 1, we know that we should still raise x to the power 0 because we know x to the power 0 is equal to 1. In short, any number to the power 0 is 1. So these are the 5 rules which I would like you to learn. So when we start dealing with logarithms, I would like you to go through these 5 rules, and don't forget to watch the introductory video, because now we are going to go through some questions where I'll begin to apply these rules so that you can be able to understand. So if you want to understand logarithms very well, the first thing you want to do is know these 5 rules. The questions that you'll be dealing with will be twofold. You'll be evaluating, and then you will also be solving for x. So those are the 2 things that we are going to be dealing, those are the 2 things which we'll be working on as we look at logarithms. So it's a very, very easy topic, something which you can be able to do.